Welcome to Debunking Twin Flame Myth. The first twin flame myth I would like to debunk is not all twin flames are meant to have union. First of all, there is no outside source outside of you that is making any decisions for you. God, the universe, spirit, however you want to call it, does not decide for you. Instead, they always read your own frequency. You know, when we're talking about manifesting, then you realize that you get to decide everything. So all that spirit does is basically reading your energy, that would be the law of attraction, and also your assumptions about yourself, about your person, about experiences you have made, so about men and women in general. If you've been hurt, then that is still in your frequency and you're going to attract the same thing over and over and over again. So you can have union because in this multiverse, every desire you have automatically means that you can have it. And when you meet a special person, it doesn't even matter if it's a twin flame or not, you meet a special person, you have this bond and you have this strong desire to be with them, automatically means that you can have it. Spirit would not give you a heart's desire and then be like, yeah, we just wanted to test you, we were playing with you, but you cannot really have it. That would be cruel, right? But we're not living in a world where divine is cruel. What happens is that souls that choose to ascend usually choose a rather difficult upbringing, and in those years we get programmed. And that is important because we need contrast in order to ascend. We need to be in the shadow to really long for finding the light. But those programs unfortunately run within us. If we have not felt loved in childhood, then we do have this fear of loss and abandonment because we never got that commitment, you could say, from our parents. We never got that sense of stability and security. We never learned to really love ourselves because we did not experience that. And those things are then getting mirrored back when we're older, and it's often like a red thread for most people. For some people, it shifts at some time during their life. There's like the sudden shift, and then the old program shows up. But for most people, it's like this red thread. And then this person comes, and especially a twin flame journey is all about the ascension, and you have this inner urge to do the work, and you work on your assumptions about yourself and about them, which means the only thing that is stopping you from getting union is basically yourself. Because as Neville Goddard said, creation is finished, which means that the future is already basically set in stone, but at the same time it is not, because everything was created multiple times, you know, an infinite number of times. You can call it timelines, and even many physicists now believe that we do live in a holographic universe, that we do create everything around us, that this is what you call 3D. It's not real. What is really real is your thoughts, your assumptions, what is buried in your subconscious mind, because that is what is creating your experience. So that is what comes first, as within, so without. It's not the other way around. Unfortunately, some not very experienced coaches would tell you, well, not all twin flames are meant to be together. And those coaches most likely falsely label someone a twin flame and it didn't work out, or they picked up on those negative assumptions. Why? Because they still have fears and assumptions and they don't trust this process. But every heart's desire you have automatically means that this timeline is already created. It is done. It's done. It exists, which means you can choose it. I always tell my clients it's like the radio. You know, you have your radio and then there's different stations, the rock stations, the pop station, I don't know, rap station, whatever it is. And all of those are broadcasting at the same time. And this is basically how you can imagine how your 3D experience is. There's different realities broadcasting at the same time, and your energy, your assumptions determine which one you get. But we can work on those, we can reprogram those. And if you need help with that, you can contact me for personal coaching. We can work on that. And what happens is that you shift into the timeline that matches your new assumptions. If you can vividly imagine being with your person, or you could at some time, again, that means that this is possible, otherwise you could not have a clear image of it. So all you have to do now is clear those assumptions also about your person, you know, them not being there. You can visualize already being with them And if you have gotten rid of limiting beliefs that would be contrary to that new belief, you know, the lack mentality, fear of abandonment, lack of self-love, that needs to be taken care of, what happens then is you get to shift into the timeline where you can have union. So if this already has been created, there is no one denying you but yourself, your own ego, your own insecurities. There is no spirit that is playing dice that decides who gets to have union and who doesn't. It is all up to you. You want to have union, you get to claim it, but you have to do the work in order to shift to the timeline where it already exists, because time is an illusion. It is all happening in the now. And there is a version of you in this multiverse where you are with your person right now. In fact, there's infinite timelines, which means there's more than one version that you can choose in order to be with your person. But again, it is all up to you. You get to manifest it. Manifesting doesn't mean that you create it. It already has been created and you choose, like a buffet. There is this timeline where you are with your person. You get to choose. Okay? So we debunked the first myth. Not all twin flames are meant to have union. Yes, there is a version of you that already has it. So you are meant to have it because it already happened. Creation is finished. It is already done. And you get to choose. And if you have a heart's desire, it automatically means you are meant to have it. Okay, so I hope this video helped, and please subscribe if you haven't yet, because we are going to debunk more twin flame myths. I do have an introductory video for this playlist, and I'm going to tell you briefly what we're going to debunk in this playlist. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. You will find it in the playlist as the first video. And yeah, I see you there. I see you in next week's video or in my Twin Flame 101 coaching videos. And I do wish you all the best now. Bye-bye.